It's about to be action packed, so sit back and enjoy your snacks. Oh, hell
Realist, what's going on? It's Trey.
And Miss Tasha.
Man to the real, we keep it real. Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 2, Episode 47.
Shibuya incident, gate closed. I don't even know, bro, because, like, what? I don't know. It's so many. Oh, I know what I meant to say. So me and OD was talking after the last episode with the discussion, right? Because I brought up the fact that I said the lady who got all, like, you know, Choso came in and was saying that Yuji, his brother, whatever. So I don't know in the series if they said how old Sukuna is or how old. I think the brain meat said how old he was last episode, right?
I don't remember.
So remember I was telling you about the lady who ran into him who had all the babies, but I said she had one before that. So she was like, what if the baby that she had before was Sukuna, depending on how old Sukuna is, because we don't know how old he is. Like, what if that was the first child that she had? Because I don't know, because I'm like, and then I was like, when you think about it, if it was, and then he survived, and then, or some kind of way, since they making it like Choso and Yuji are related, maybe that's why he able to handle Sukuna's fingers or something like
because
that.
Because he's a descendant of a...
He's
Sukuna.
actually like a descendant, but I don't know, because that would mean Sukuna would have had to have, like...
Sukuna hit a, rising and, had a kid with a human, and that kid passed on to him.
That sounds like it's something.
And that's why he can handle the power. That's why Yusuke could handle the power.
But it's just a suggestion, because I don't know how old Sukuna is, because they say he's the king of curses, so he could have been around way longer. But
true,
because
maybe they dubbed him the king of curses because he was the baby that Norse survived.
I don't know. But I don't feel like you could be the king of curses unless you like one of the first, because a curse had to make him, so that wouldn't, like, you get what I'm saying? Because the way it worked was a cursed spirit got her pregnant.
That ain't how it have to work.
Well,
I was going to give you an example. The Chimera Ant Art. He was born.
Right, but he was born. But he would be the queen because the queen had him, so he would be the king.
Dubbed King of Curses. Okay. I always have an example. What I'm saying, I always gotta have an example to be like, make you think a little bit.
But it does make me wonder who else the dude with the brain meat possessed though. Cause like that whole situation kind of wild when you think about it. Like he possessed people and getting people pregnant. That shit kind of sus. But child, we gonna see what's going on though with this episode.
いや、俺にはどちらもさっぱり。
そのプランは12年前、全員当時が死んだ時点で捨てたと思っていたよ。
ゲート君に話しかけたんだけどね。
I thought there was a lady that was talking to Geto back then. Before he was trying to figure out before he started killing people.
それにそっちのプランには各国が黙っちゃいない。
America?
生身の人間がエネルギー源なんだ。どんな不幸が生まれるかは。
That superpower wouldn't allow it? Of course not, because they don't want to get colonized.
それは私が描く理想。
That's one thing America is afraid of. America is afraid to get colonized. They don't want something. Basically, they don't want to lose. That's the one thing they're afraid.
解消できる術式を持ったやつ。
さっきあいつが取り込んだけど。
怪人が。
Oh. Yes. So he finna fuck with people's souls on like a global level, like the whole country, rather. That's what we was finna do. That's why we was on this. Excuse me? Excuse me? Is this Megumi's mom or sister or that girl? This the girl he grew up with, right? I think this is like half sister.
虎杖裕二のように
だ。力を与えただけで人々が殺し合いを始めるとでも？
物事には順序があるのさ。
Yeah, people will. People who gain power, especially people who've never, people who will protect, and it's people who will be like, I'm gonna hurt people because they hurt me.
いや、今動けないんだけど。
これがこれからの世界だよ。
What the fuck? All these... So he releasing all these curses too? Yo, what the fuck?
Talk about needing coach.
再び
The golden age of
Jujutsu
Jujutsu. So this is when curses ran rampant. This is why he was the king. This back when they came up. So that means Sukuna thousands of years old too then.
Yep.
Ooh, not the cut. That looked like it was slowly getting bigger.
放たれた呪霊の数は1000万はくだらないぞ。
都内全域を避難命令区域に設定するんですか？その後立ち入り禁止区域とする。
10 million curse spears when he just wiped out half of these hoes that got cursed
それ
into
より
these
発
curses.
表はどうするんですか？どこがやるんですか？
どこってよりどう発表するかでしょう。副長官とはまだ連絡が取れないの。
ダメですね。秘書ともずっと連絡つかずでして。
どうすりゃいいんだよ。一般人の磁力の露出を東京へ促し、呪霊の発生を東京に限定するというわけですか。だから関空ができた時、伊丹を移転候補地として推したんだ俺は。逆に良かったんじゃん。これ霞が関が元気だったらできなかった判断でしょ。
Damn. I thought the circle on the intro was the explosion. Now I think it's this. That spread of the spirit. Mm. Oh. Oh.
なんだよ。
Oh.
おい。
Not live on the news, man. Not. Bruh. So if you get clapped by a cursed spirit and you like fucked up,
There they
like
go.
vengeful, whatever, does that make you a cursed spirit too?
幕末に東京遷都候補地だった。
おいで、ここは危ない。あったかいお風呂。お歌も歌えるよ。
So lure. Somebody gonna save him. Somebody saved him. Who is?
There you go.
Oh, that's Yuta. Oh, they had to call him back off vacation.
ごめんね。びっくりした。
Look at Yuta gonna show up in the last fucking episode.
怪我はない。いっぱい歩いた。あ、そっか。
See, she was finna get clapped.
頑張ったね。
That's what I was like.
見えてるんだっけ？ダメだよ、リカちゃん。やりすぎや。すまない、あの時迷った。
ご苦労、おっこつ。
ねぎらう気なんかないんだから、さっさと本題に入りましょう。これで僕があなたたちの命令に従うと分かったでしょう。
呪霊をいくら殺したところで何の証明にもならんさ。
じゃあ縛りで
I
も
was
踏ん
just
でも
gonna say,
済ん
is
だ
he
り
finna make a pact with somebody?
五条先生の教え子とか関係ないですよ。
Ah! Ah!
No.
Who behind this?
Yeah, this is set up.
Ain't that the principal? How they get blamed for all this? I told you they was gonna be trash. I told you, bruh. And this even worse. This how the show gonna end. This gonna be him and Yuta.
That's a fight. That's the next scene.
How y'all say that man was an accomplice and the? I came to help y'all bitches.
Don't want. Y'all don't. Gojo's a problem. Yuji's a problem.
They said if anybody help Gojo escape, you that's a crime too. His hair grown out or something? He look a little different. This later because his scars healed, but he still got them. Is he calling the spirit? Ain't no way this shit went off like this, bruh. We gotta wait. I'm just tripping at the fact. I need to go back and see what that shit said. I know I seen Ghetto. They was like he's confirmed alive, so his death sentence is reinstated. Then it says Gojo, they made him an accomplice. How if I'm sealed up? Like who gave the information on what happened? Because ain't no way.
I think you.
Now I see why May left. She fucked up, but I see why you left. Because everybody catching strays for this. Like everybody catching strays.
You didn't understand it when she left. Like, man, that's messed up. She left.
Still was fucked up, but like
no, she wasn't fucked up from leaving because she probably gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
She's not from their school though. I think she's from the other one that Toto's from.
Hey,
and them the ones who like don't agree. They was the ones who was ready to kill Yuji anyway. Remember when they did that shit? That's why they came and had that little fight anyway. They was trying to like take him out then.
You gotta go down some more.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah. Gojo has been deemed an accomplice in the Shibuya incident and is hereby expelled from Jujutsu Society. In addition, any attempt to free him from his seal will be deemed a crime. So y'all feel like he let somebody seal him up so they can go through with this? Like, I don't understand how you become an accomplice when you got in prison. Because and can't nobody free me? Y'all was waiting on this shit. They was waiting on that.
I feel like that could go like one or two ways. Y'all can't beat him, so we're gonna leave him sealed. Because he can beat us, but let's leave him sealed.
He always go against the grain anyway. So
exactly.
There's some other people behind it that don't want him free. But that's crazy.
You can't beat him.
The principal caught us straight too, though. Like, that shit is fucking crazy. He didn't even do nothing. He wasn't even in the fight. He was just there and caught us straight. And he sentenced to death.
Yeah.
For inciting Gojo and Geto and causing the incident. Like, who?
Because
like
who
who
brought him into the school when they were younger?
He wasn't principal then. Like, he was their age.
Was he?
Yes. Like, when they was in school, they was all doing that shit together. So I thought. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I thought he was with them. He became the principal. Gojo and Geto did they shit. Nanami was with them then. Remember, they were always in school together. So I thought. That's fucking ignorant, bro. Now I knew Yuji was gonna get hold because they didn't want him walking around no way. But everybody else catching the straight too. The suspension on his sentence is hereby revoked, and his execution shall be carried out promptly. The fact that they brought Yuta back to kill Yuji is wild. I just feel like that's wild. And then I'm like, how you feel about that? Because Gojo, your teacher. Had he not helped you in your little situation, you probably wouldn't even be where you at right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Obviously, them gonna be some big fights.
But the way that they ended it, like, that's why I be saying this mangaka a fucking troll, because the way you had us needing therapy do this whole arc for this shit to go off, oh, we gonna tell y'all the fates of y'all favorites, you know what I'm saying? But we not gonna tell y'all the status of the hoes that got clapped or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah. So when he was in that room talking to these bitches, these must be like regular people. I thought he was making a pact with another thing. No amount of killing curse spears will prove anything. See, he says somebody cut off his arms in Shibuya. I ain't even seen nothing happen to this boy. But he said it don't matter if he want a Gojo student. So are they saying that Yuji did this at Sakuna? Because I remember them flashing him when Sakuna was like fucking everything up, because he was the one helping the people that was like the survivors in whatever mall. So I'm wondering if he cut off his arms then, and they're kind of like blaming Yuji for it, because when he said students, that's why I was like,
hold on. Fuck.
I just went back because I want to see something. It doesn't matter if that he's one of Gojo's students. He cut off Inumaki's arms. See, he might know Inumaki and taking that person or something. So I'll kill Yuji. So I think Sakuna did that. So boy, we didn't know. So that's why I'm like, we didn't even see what happened to people, and they just like, we go on to the next season.
So, but you got to remember, we're probably gonna see it and see why he did it. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's a reason Sakuna does stuff.
They didn't even show them in the same room with each other. I just remember like when Sakuna was blowing up the city and they showed that mall full of where they gathered the survivors like got fucked up. He was in there. And that's why I was like, I don't even know if he alive or not, because they didn't show it. We don't know what happened to Maki. We don't know if Nobara still made it. Like, they just like didn't tell you nothing about none of these folks. Like, what's her name? Maki granddaddy, like the old man, or her daddy, whoever over they clan that was there, that like all of them got burnt up by a boy. Nanami made it out. They never showed them. That sounds like, so we don't even know what happened to them characters. And they didn't even show. That sounds like they didn't even show the curse user boy, but like one time in the fight. Now we just now see his arms got cut off. That's something like, that's crazy. And Sakuna had to do it because he making it seem like, oh, that's my boy, and they fucked him up, so I'll be the one to kill Yuji. That's why he's saying it like that. That's why I had to rewatch it, because I was like, why make a pact? Then I'm like, at first I thought they was trying to make a pact with Megumi when they said Gojo students, but I'm like, when he said he cut off Inumaki's arms, I'm like, Sakuna had to do that. Yuji wouldn't, of course. But I'm catching strays because you inside me. But and to be fair, that's the only way y'all could even kill Sakuna is through me. But I gotta take the L. Because if y'all could have killed him, y'all would have did it already. But y'all didn't. Y'all just sealed all his fingers.
And that's why I feel like Megumi's still alive. Nothing's going to happen to him.
You mean he's still gonna be alive later?
Yeah.
Well, I know he's still alive now.
I'm saying, I feel like Sakuna needs Megumi for something. Whatever it is, he needs him alive.
Megumi probably the strongest one walking, and just don't know that yet though, because
he is. That's why his dad went after him with the body, because he was always trying to fight the strongest person in that specific point.
But see, I feel like his sister about to be a problem though, because I want to say that's Toji's daughter. Because how he feels about Megumi, I think he only had a kid with that one lady. Remember, that's the one that made it seem like he was gonna quit his shit, and then she died, and he was like, "Fuck everything." So that girl is older than Megumi, so I think he had her with somebody else. Didn't give a fuck about her, and I think they had a scene like in the first season when I rewatched it where they met for the first time. So, and then he was talking about how she fell under that curse and all that stuff like that. Because at first when they showed, I thought it was his mom. And I was like, "No, she's too young. That's his sister." So if that's Toji's daughter, she could still be a problem.
No,
so that's
no, could be. She a problem.
And then, cause why would Geto go through all of that to put that on her and make her go into like that deep sleep? And then now all these people about to awaken. He's talking about people gonna be killing each other. She might be crazy like her goddamn daddy. Like she might, whoever the strongest we boxing, she might be on that kind of energy with, I just don't know. It's so much shit. The Shibuya incident was wild, but I'm like, the shit that's coming gotta be more ignorant, because you got cursed spirits. Some of the people that we rock with just got blamed for shit that wasn't even their fault and sentenced to death.
We got people who are disabled now, no arms, no hands.
Todo, Inumaki, Panda, the only one I think on that team with Maki them that's fine. He was the only one. So Inumaki got fucked up and we didn't even see it. And then we know Maki either dead or fucked up too. Then I don't know how long Megumi gonna be out of commission. Cause he got dropped off. He still was like fucked up at the time too. We don't know his condition. Nobara, for the most part, we might as well say she dead. Cause we don't know. It's like and they got to be going off soon because the dude who make the manga said they may not be on the jump thing next year. Like that shit they do at the end of the year, they show like all the new shit that's coming out. So either this year might have been their last year or next year gonna be their last year. So it's finna be over soon.
Oh, you mean the manga?
Yeah, cause like Jump, they'll be like, what is it, Jump Fiesta or something like that. He said that they probably won't be in it next year or the year after. So that means that shit finna be over soon. I feel like the manga probably already finna be over, and I feel like we're gonna get like another 2 seasons of this maybe. I didn't expect this though. None of this shit from like after they showed them first 5 episodes, that flashback shit, and then they went here. Man, it seems like the ultimate goal of the show is to either eradicate cursed energy altogether or make it so if you don't have cursed energy or can see it, you don't exist. So it's like it's 2 extremes. So either humanity gonna get fucked over in the end, or whoever got cursed energy, y'all won't need to do that shit no more. It's like that's how they trying to end the show. Now, obviously, there's a little time skip because Yuji's healed, which I don't even know how he healed up. He got to be on his own because he got a death sentence on his head. So who helping him? He done healed up. His hair looked like it grew out a little bit. But then it's like you can't even fuck with your homeboys because like
I wonder how he pronounced his name. Is it Gigi? Gigi?
I think is it Gagi? I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, like
I heard it before, but
like I'm looking at it. It's just like
I called him Gigi at first, but then I'm like, I know that's not it.
Like that, I know that's not it. Like,
but it's just like
Akutami.
I'm so shook because like I was waiting on this motherfucker to come back. But you came back the last episode and you came back on some shit like I'm just here to kill Yuji. Sir, we ain't even met. We could be the best of friends. Like after that shit you went through, because they could have put a target on his head too for the way him and Ruka was cutting up. And I'm like, Gojo pulled you up out of that situation, and then now you trying to fuck up my boy. But see, I think his situation reversed because he curses the spirit, right? And that's why they attached him. Didn't they say that's what happened in the movie? We thought Ruka was cursing him because of how she died, but it turns out he took her death so hard that he cursed her. That's why she's always with him. I think that was like the twist in the movie when they got to the end, and that's how he learned. That's why she's still with him. He cursed her, so he can actually curse spirits. I think, like to make them do whatever, but or at least her anyway. It may not work that way for everybody, but that's his power. Like
people.
I'm like,
and this is the thing. Like, it wasn't that Yuji ate the fingers all at once on his own. Somebody force fed to him. But that's why I be telling like y'all have faith in these.
I'm telling y'all, I knew when Gojo got sealed. I said if he not unsealed by the time this over, they was coming for Yuji next because they ain't want to give him the benefit of the doubt no way. Then he already done ate 15 fingers. That's 15 off the board for them. Even if they kill him, it's still 5 out there, but it's not 20. You get what I'm saying? It's not full power Sukuna. It's him at a fourth of his power. So they probably feel like somebody could deal with that. But I'm just like, the way that Gojo and the principal caught us straight is crazy. And I want to say it's because they all was fucking with each other back in the day. I knew him and Gojo were close. Geto and Gojo. I remember the dude that played the principal, but I couldn't remember if he was a student or a teacher at the time. He wasn't the principal though, because he the one who told Gojo that Geto killed them people when he went off by himself, and they started looking for him after. So that's why I was like, I don't know, bro. But Brainy, what his name, Kenjaku or some shit like that. He said he been around for like 1,000 years, so that means Sukuna got to be old as fuck too. And he looked at Sukuna like, we back in our game now, like back in the day when it wasn't nothing but curses and less people. That's basically what he just made happen. So I don't know what Sakuna gonna do. And then the bitch with the ice powers know both of them. I don't know how she fit in that shit either, but I don't know. I didn't see this going like this. And
Can
Yuji
somebody
on his
let me
own.
know on Patreon in the comments? Are we in the last arc of Jujutsu Kaisen? I think I saw something like that, but I want to make sure without spoiling me. All I need to know is yes, we in the last arc or no. But
I think we're in the last
close.
arc of My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Demon Slayer. All that shit like finna be done soon in a couple of years. Demon Slayer would be done quicker if we ain't have to wait on 3 movies over 3 years.
Yeah,
but
that shit is
they gonna
done.
make their money though, cause Ufotable gonna animate. They gonna make their money. So, but that's what I'm trying to figure out how they gonna do that in the spring, cause that shit should be like 3-4 episodes. So I don't know how they gonna do that. I guess it's just gonna be a movie, but this I didn't expect him to come back and then come back like you gotta kill whatever. Wasn't he suspended? Like when they first came on and they was like it was only 1/3 year, but he was suspended or some shit like that. When they introduced him to Maki and Panda and Inumaki, they was like, "Oh, we have a 3rd year too," but he like suspended or some shit. So I'm like, "What was you suspended for?" But now you can come back so you can kill somebody else.
But yeah, remember I said I was like, remember when we first started watching, I was like, who's the dude with the sword in the intro? But we never got introduced to him until the movie.
Mm-hmm. And in the movie, he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1, because they showed this shit out of order, so you have to remember what order be coming in.
And then we saw Gojo go get him. I think that was in the movie. We saw Gojo
He took him to Africa, I think, right?
I don't know where he was.
When he was with that black dude, when Gojo and that black dude like randomly started fighting at like the end of the movie, he took him to Africa. That's where he been all this time, I think. But I'm like, for you to come back doing all this at the end, so obviously this must be the mangaka fave. Gonna bring him back. Make sure he ain't get clapped at all. Gonna bring him back at the end, like it's gonna be Yuta and Yuji when this shit over with. I'm like,
we'll see.
That man crazy though. That man who make this manga wild as fuck. Cause he don't even like Gojo, but you made him. Like that shit be crazy to me when people do that. It's too many people like Gojo. I don't like him. He too OP. You made him, sir. Like what? What?
So he's a Kakashi fan. So he might not like Kakashi either. But that happens.
I feel like more people like Gojo than Kakashi. Like, yes, people like Kakashi. Motherfuckers be thirsting over Gojo. Like, thirsting. And I just feel like my boy...
But see, that's the thing. Toriyama don't like Vegeta. That's why
I be pissed, because I'm
like that's why Vegeta never wins. That's why y'all don't understand. Vegeta is cursed to roll the boulder up the hill and have it pushed right back down on him. That's why
I be making these characters and don't like them.
He make them so prideful. Like Vegeta was finna die.
Because for him, Vegeta may be the epitome of a people he don't like in real life. Like, there's people do that too. Like, you might not like people that are prideful, so I made this character based off people I don't like. So I don't like the character, but I still gotta write him. But I just be like, bruh, some of that shit be
Piccolo
crazy.
is his favorite character.
But Yuta gotta be his fave, because you kept him out of all the bullshit and brought him back at the end. Oh, he ain't gonna come watch Sukuna out here.
Unless he died a horrible death. What if he died horrible?
I don't know. I just feel like when this shit over with, like, I don't know, because he a troll, like I said, but the two extremes that we're getting is Geto trying to make it so the world has more cursed spirits than people, like it used to. Because if you think about living 1,000 years ago, it wasn't that many people, but I'm pretty sure it might have been a lot of cursed spirits.
Yeah.
Because people believed in ghosts and all that kind of weird shit back then. So it probably was more cursed spirits. Now you have the population overrun present day. You got more people than spirits. So
8 billion people.
And then you got people who don't believe in shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody attributed to curses like they probably used to back in the day. So it's like, I'm going to bring that shit back when I was back in my day. That's what he on some. He on some boomer shit. Back in my day, we ran the world. That's what he on right now. And I feel like him and Sukuna probably know each other too. I feel like Sukuna had to know what the fuck was gonna happen to Mojito for him to be smiling at him like that when he did his shit, his domain. He wasn't even mad. He sat there and smiled at him the whole time like he tuned him out. I already know what's gonna happen to you, fam. Like that's how I came across. And when you realize this episode, Geto was using them the whole time. He said, "I wish I could have got what's his name? The volcano and Jogo. I wish I could have got him too." So you used them the whole time. He probably was gonna snatch Choso ass up too. Had Yuji weakened him more or something like that, he probably was gonna get all of them. and use them for whatever. But I'm like, that's crazy. So Mahito's fate was always to be turned into whatever that shit is to fuck with people's souls on a bigger level. And then he was like, "Thanks, Yuji, for making him stronger." That shit's crazy. This whole anime is fucking nuts. Cause like, what the fuck?
We're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for the support, as always, man. Full reactions on Patreon. Well, let us know. Let us know when season 3 come out.
I'm gay. I hope it come out next fall. But we'll see. You know how they do them over there. They turn that shit right around.
It's Mapple. What are they working on right now?
Chainsaw Man, and they might turn back right around and work on this for next fall. That's what I said. Soon as before the last episode of this TV came out, they had already gave them the shits for Chainsaw Man to go and start on it. So they may turn around and do Jujutsu Kaisen again because this probably their biggest money maker.
So at most, I would say see y'all spring 2025
at the most, but depending on how many episodes they do and what they gonna do,
it's gonna be 25. So
they
see y'all.
Well, this was 23. This was like a weird number, so I don't know. Then they showed them 5 prequel episodes first, so the arc was actually like 18ish, 17 or 18ish. So, but I don't know. Everybody was talking about the Shibuya incident. I wonder what's the next arc called because this year right here ignorant. But yeah, we're gonna go low.
Thank y'all for the support. I'm getting full reactions on Patreon.
Happy New Year, because by the time y'all watching this, it's about to be 2024. See y'all in 2024 with bigger and better content, hopefully.
Did you see that?
It probably changed because I think Rashad might be watching it now. He told me let him know he was done.
Okay. It's true.
And it's Tasha.
Stay real.
You already watched, so you might as well subscribe, please.